Hey, Chris.
Hi, Kat.
So I got on a stool here because I was tired of being like, "What's up?" Yeah.
Yeah, like that?
So now, yeah.
Man, that hurt. I'm gonna sit down too.
Good morning.
Morning.
How are you, sir?
I am over-caffeinated at this point.
Oh, nice to hear.
Yes.
So you're going to have a lot of witticisms, I assume.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now there's pressure.
Yeah. Be funny.
Let's go deadpan instead.
All right.
Okay, we'll do that.
Let's talk about the ENA 9.
Yes.
So this is like the sort of one-touch, quote-unquote, of this guy.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Why don't you take me through its features and specs?
All right. Excellent. Probably one of the biggest features for customers on this is the size.
Okay.
And it's kind of designed to fit on your counter in the space of a legal sheet of paper.
Nice.
Yes. So really compact, but you still get full functionality. And the upgrade to the 9 from the previous incarnations was that it became a one-touch cappuccino maker. So
Okay.
you actually have cappuccino and latte macchiato buttons in addition to your espresso and coffee buttons.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay.
But the basics here, 37-ounce water reservoir.
Okay.
Filter takes off about 4 ounces of water. You've got a 1/4 pound bean hopper.
Okay.
4.4 ounces. Up here you've got your grinder setting, which is a little bit different than other Juras. You adjust on the grinder itself versus having a full range under the hood.
Okay.
You've got your grinder bypass here. Pull forward, and this is where you put your pre-ground coffee. You can do 2 cups or 2 shots at a time with that.
Okay.
It's also where you put your cleaning capsule. So when you're going to clean the brew unit, right in there, and that happens about every 220 cups of coffee.
Okay.
And it's going to go through. It's like
Now it's like,
quality
you didn't
check.
do not enough. You're never enough.
Why did you look at me when you said that?
Sorry.
Oh, man. Hold on, I gotta call my therapist. Insecure enough having a camera
Didn't mean
pointed
to
at me.
sidetrack us. Okay. Back to the machine. What do we got going on here?
Okay, so again, your 4 functional buttons.
Yeah.
You've got your espresso, your coffee, cappuccino,
Okay.
latte macchiato. You've got your maintenance button right there. And then you've got your rotary dial, which is where you can adjust things kind of on the fly. So, first step here would be adjusting the strength or the dose. So whatever you have programmed on these buttons for intensity, you can bypass before you hit grind.
Okay.
Why is that button there? So if I wanted to do that and then do a shot, and I'm not going to do this because I frequently fall into this trap of brewing with no cup, you would just select your intensity and push the button. And
Okay.
it's going to adjust the dose accordingly.
Now, what if I don't want to do it on the fly? How can I set it up so it's my story?
Well, you push the rotary button and hold it until green turns to yellow.
Okay.
And it takes you to your back menu where you can program everything. So you turn it to product and push the button, and then it says select the button that you want to program. Let's just say we want to program the espresso button.
Okay.
Special.
Special button.
Yeah, special. And you can
Isn't
adjust
that
the water
special?
portion, the temperature, which 2 settings, high or normal. High. And then, let's see, temperature, water. That's it.
Oh, because that's like where you do your water for tea and that kind of stuff. So then the one below, is that where you have your dosage as well?
This is
for
actually
coffee?
they call it an Aroma Boost. It's really that extra shot. Kind of gets you through the afternoon if you want a little
So you don't
European-
control the dosage on that guy.
It's intense.
I see.
Yeah.
It's just rowdy.
It defaults to awesome.
Okay. I like that.
But yeah, if you wanted to do your coffee, then you're going to have a little bit more options. So you're going to have an intensity that you can select from 3 different settings.
Okay. And then over here on the left, I have my milk ones. Do I get to choose my milk volume or temperature or anything? Or what
You
is
get to
it?
choose milk volume.
Okay.
And it's done by seconds of milk because you've got steamed and frothed milk together. So you kind of have to do a little guessing and then tweak it up front. And I'll show you how to do that.
Okay.
Because I don't know how many seconds of milk tops out a 12-ounce cup.
Aside from programming the drinks, what else is in my little menu?
Well, you've got the option to use a filter or not use a filter. If you don't use a filter, you do pick up about an extra drink's worth of water volume, but you do also pick up the task of descaling.
Okay.
If you choose to use a filter, you're going to or choose to not use a filter rather, you're going to set your water hardness using the testing strip that they provide.
Okay.
You've got energy saving. You've got off after, so it will go to 0 energy after so many hours. And then you've got your rinses menu.
Okay.
And this is where you can kind of set it to your lifestyle. So you can set your initial rinse to be automatic or manual. So you can choose to let it run into the drip tray, or you can choose to make you push a button before it rinses.
Okay.
And then the cappuccino rinse, you can either set it for off, or you can set it for after 10 minutes of idle time, or you can set it for immediate. So
right as soon as you finish using it?
make a milk drink, rinse the milk system.
Got it.
So if you leave in the morning with your travel mug of good coffee, you're going to want to do it now.
I see.
But we don't want to do that.
No.
We want to wait.
Okay.
Look, I made a fingerprint.
And now it's almost like you're me.
I'm
Okay.
stealing your thunder.
What else, when we get out of our maintenance area, is that it? Our rinses?
Pretty much. Yep.
Language?
Language. Yep. There's no pretty pictures on this. It's just the LED display.
Okay.
You can't change the color, unfortunately. It's always green for go for coffee.
Okay. Yay!
I know,
So are you
right?
going to make me a drink, Chris?
Of course.
Oh, thank you.
You tip, right?
Yeah, don't wash colors with whites.
Oh, that's good. That is.
Although I do that all the time. I'm like,
you.
that's why you have cold water settings.
Like my white shouldn't look all that white. You know?
I honestly actually don't have any like white clothes because they, stains. It's,
Oh yeah, no, I coffee all over.
Yeah, exactly.
Light colored. There we go. So I mean, look at that. This is a one-touch machine, and the froth that you're getting out of there is fairly spectacular.
And I don't have any control over the froth or anything. It just is what it is.
Right. Unlike the older machines where you have a little bit of latitude depending on where you put the dial in temperature.
Okay.
This is pretty much the average of your coffee and
Got it.
your milk leveraged by your portion. One thing about these machines that people don't really always love is that, if you like it a little bit hotter, you have to use a smaller cup.
Okay.
These machines are, look at that.
Oh, it looks very pretty.
These machines are European design, so
Okay.
they're made for a 5 or 6 ounce cup max.
Not 12 or 16.
Yeah, no, not,
Okay.
I pulled my drink up, into my driveway last night. All right. This is for you.
Oh, thank you.
So yeah, a smaller portion will give you a hotter drink overall, but, still pretty hot. I'd say they come out
Yeah,
high 150s, 160.
I think it's good. Cool.
All right.
All right, so
You're going to ask me pros and cons?
yeah, pros and cons.
Okay.
What do you dig about it? What don't you dig about it?
We just talked about the milk, which is a consumer issue. So
Okay.
person by person, it's going to change. I do like that, it's pretty easy to take apart and put back together.
Yeah.
I love being an Americano drinker that I can do my shots and run some hot water into it. That's kind of fun. This is an older model, so it's got some really good features, but it doesn't have that upgraded grill.
Okay.
So it's not quite as sporty. It's just a little stainless steel.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's
It
easy
still
to
looks
clean. You
nice.
can totally throw it in your dishwasher
Yeah.
if you want to. But
Okay.
yeah.
And I guess then also just volumes would be better for a smaller household.
Absolutely. This is one of those machines that if you have a couple of coffee drinkers, you're not going to notice that you're not getting a large footprint machine.
Yeah.
Because it's got the same internal mechanisms. It's just small.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. The Jura ENA 9.
ENA
One
Nueve.
touch. ENA
You say that.
Nueve.
One touch.
Thank you very much, Chris.
Bye, cat.